What made the Fever the right choice for you in free agency?
A lot of things. It was Amber and Kelly, Stephanie, Kelsey I played with at Athletes Unlimited for several years. Love Caitlin's game, love Aaliyah's game. It made sense. I made this decision mentally before DB and Natasha were even a part of the mix. And so all the new additions, Breezy, Sophie, like it's gonna be a fun season. And I won here my senior year at Texas A&M. We played in Conseco. When it was Conseco, we won here. So it just felt like divine timing to come back.
You said they helped win you over, but you've been around the league.
Yeah.
So you've had a
Hold on now, I don't like how you said that. Like I'm just
well, you've had the experience.
Yeah.
Where you have been able to pick places too.
Yeah.
And absorb it. So how much did that set up your own mind in thinking what you wanted to get from a trip to a new team?
Well, Stephanie just talked to me about how she saw me fitting in as a piece on court for the team, and that was really important to me. Like you said, I've been in the league. This is my 14th season out of college, and I've never been considered a lot in free agency, and so for her to see my value, it meant a lot. How she was, working me in to be a part of the team, and I said I want to play on court more in my last couple seasons in the league if I have that. So this was just the right fit. It felt right.
What do you see your role being with this team then, given the roster that you're coming into?
I think similar to other places where I've been. I'm bringing veteran leadership, knowledge, energy, like swinging the defensive momentum, and just being that person that's dependable. And I'm going to always come in and do my job, and I'm going to be happy in my role, and I'll thrive, whether it's 8 minutes, if it's 15 minutes, if it's 2 minutes. I'm going to play hard, I'm going to get everybody involved, and I want to win ultimately.
What have been your impressions of the people and the facilities that now will be home?
I'm super excited about it. I'm going from a team that was in the media, like people are excited to watch us, into another team that is arguably the most talked about team in sports right now, especially in women's sports. So this fan base, it's exciting to be a part of a team that has a lot of positive energy around it. I hear and see the things that people say, but I know the true Indiana Fever fans, the ones that love basketball, that they love the WNBA. I'm excited to be playing in front of them and just with this team.
What do you anticipate it being like to be part of all these sellouts and being the biggest show on wherever you go now?
I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be remarkable. And what I always thought about when I was on a team that wasn't getting that kind of visibility, whenever you go play the teams that are, that's when you bring your best game. Because now it's all eyes on your team too, and people, hopefully will be tuning into our games and seeing players from other teams that they like, that are exciting, because there are a lot of good players around this league. So I think what we're going to be able to do, what the Aces, the New Yorks, what we're able to do is elevate the game and get people to respect our entire league, not just a few teams.
What can you take from a team that just won championships to here? What did you learn from that experience?
Just like the work ethic, how to persevere, not getting too high or too low, and just playing as a team, and it can make all the world of difference to win. And we got a very hungry team here. I've said several times, a lot of people didn't want to see Indiana after their All-Star break, how they came and finished the season. Nobody wanted to see them in the playoffs. So I'm excited to see that group back, but also adding in a lot of veteran experience and a lot of winning veteran experience.
They're going to leave this sign up forever?
Huh? I hope so. Do you have a problem with it if they do?
No, I was thinking that would be a good welcome.
I like it.
When you've got a lot of players from a lot of places coming together in sort of a new look to a roster like this, what's the secret to making this all gel ultimately when it comes time to put it together?
Well, I think that everybody asked the questions that they needed to ask in free agency, and they trusted what they heard. And so now it's just about everybody showing up and doing the role that people expect you to do. If I'm known for my defense and playmaking, I have to come in and do that. People are expecting certain things out of you. The coaches are expecting certain things, your teammates are. So it's just being a professional, showing up and doing your job so that everything can gel together and come with a good attitude so we can make it work.
Did you talk with like Tyler or anything to get the lay of the land with Indy or anything like that, or Kelly from Texas A&M?
Yeah, Kelly texts me a lot. She sent me a picture of like A&M stuff when I was like making my decision, and once I had made it, and it's cool to have another Aggie around, but I think they'll be showing me more as time goes on. But I'm super excited to be in the city, to be in the community. Just showing that we care, that we want to immerse ourselves here, and I think they are welcoming us with open arms.
What was it like to watch what Caitlin did for this franchise from afar? Different perspective.
Yeah, no, it was nuts. There's no other way to say it. It was nuts. I think, you're seeing a team that's now like affecting the economy in the city. You got people coming from out of town, out of state, out of the country, maybe even to see games, and so that's special.
You've been studying.
Huh?
You've been studying those studies.
Yeah, man, I try to pay attention, but no, it's been cool to see. Caitlin's a remarkable player. She's gonna be good here for a long time, so I know people are excited about her future here.
Puzzle here. This has all kind of come together. Now that you've kind of got it where it's going to be, essentially, from what we can tell, what do you make of this whole thing?
Yeah, just, really excited about, the direction we've been able to go. I think when we set out in free agency, it was to bring in veteran leadership, and we've done that. Players who have had deep playoff runs, we've done that. You look at a player like Sydney Colson, coming off what she's been able to do in Vegas, dating back to her, championship in Texas A&M. She's a winner, knows how to win, knows how to play a role. So she was somebody we targeted really early, but just looking down the line in free agency, just really excited. When the plan comes together, you feel really good about it. Again, it looks great on paper. We got to get everybody on the court, but overall, really excited about the roster.
Sid's known for her demeanor and just being who she is, no matter what. How does that fit into the culture of just what you guys have been building? And
yeah, great leader, great culture person. Again, when you look at her time in Vegas, played a really important role. And, for us, obviously, it's starting with the basketball. And, there were a lot of key moments in those championship runs when Sid was called upon on both ends of the floor and got the job done. So she was somebody we targeted really, really early to come in and play that backup point guard role. We have ultimate faith and trust in her in any situation that we put her in. She's going to be able to lead our team. And obviously, great personality as well, brings a lot of fun and levity to the locker room. Again, that experience, knows when we need which side, right? Like the serious, the tough veteran leadership versus the, fun, playful Sid. So I think she's going to bring a lot of joy to all of our lives this season.
You mentioned bringing in vets. What's the process of knowing if someone has those right traits or is the right vet for the team that you have?
Yeah, I think that's where experience comes in. I mean, when you look at both me and Kelly, we've been in this league a long time. We know a lot of these players, and we've seen what they've done with their other teams. And how they performed. And, you see, again, especially in somebody like Sid, who has been asked to play a role, has done that with just a great presence, right? And taken on that role with great pride. And that's what you want. I mean, down the line, when you look at, 1 through 10, 1 through 11, we've got people willing to step in here and play a role. And again, I said this before, the consistent theme for all of them is that they want to win a championship. And we've got a few veterans on the back half of their career that aren't going to get a ton more chances. And when you pair them up with this returning three of Kelsey and Aaliyah and Caitlin, they see opportunity. So they're all willing to buy in, to come in and play their role in order to do that.
How important was that to you,
Very important.
having those kinds of pieces?
Very important.
That
Very
attitude.
important. Yeah, and again, we know these personalities. Somebody like Natasha Howard, who's been here before, left, gone on and done great things, and we've heard incredible things about her and seen her do great things with other teams. Now to bring all of that experience back here, same with Sid, right? Has gone through sort of ups and downs of her career, lands in Vegas, has these incredible couple of years, wins championships, has played her role. DeWanna Bonner, who's a proven, future Hall of Famer. So each of them a little bit different, but I think, again, the common thread with all of them is, they're winners and they've won in other places and they've been asked to do different things in each of those championship situations. So to bring all of that together is going to be, I think, really special.
Even the way
Personnel kind of handled. What do you prioritize in the next month now, leading up to training camp?
We're really we're focused on the draft, obviously, that's coming in a few weeks. We have a couple of second-round picks, a third-round pick, so you got to be prepared for anything in that situation. So again, just looking for people who can come in here and compete. We'll look at free agents that might be available to come into camp and compete. But we want to have, a really competitive camp, and I think we will be. A lot of new pieces, new coaching staff, so really getting reps for this new group is going to be really, really important. But again, really focused on the draft over the next few weeks to sort of finalize what the roster is going to look like as we hit training camp.
How does your relatively full roster and spending situation impact what draft night could look like?
Yeah, I mean, again, you think about best available. You're kind of at the mercy of what every other team is going to do. So you really build out your board and say, this is our list, and what happens on draft night happens on draft night. And you really get the best available in here. But again, we want people who are going to come in here and try to compete for a final spot, want to be a part of what we're doing, are willing to play whatever role that we ask them. So it's multifaceted. Certainly we're looking at what they can do on the court. But we're talking to those individuals as well and making sure it's a good fit culturally as well. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Thank you for your patience as well.